but they still have to have an understanding of the other stuff in order to really be successful at what they do. If they don't, they will fail at what they do. So, when you graduate from school, and by the way, I left that company recruited me, and I went to Chicago, and I took another company and grew it by large bounds, and then I went to another company and did that, and I just kept doing that over and over again with 3 large companies, 1 smaller company, and eventually I had done that so much that I decided to give back, so I stopped being CEO and did some give back jobs for a while, and now I'm doing management consulting, and I do a lot of help with people that can't afford me, and teach people how to turn their businesses around so that they can actually feed their families and that sort of thing. I do a lot of pro bono things, and I try to help people as much as I can. But when you graduate, or when you're getting ready to graduate from school, what kind of company should you go to work for? Have you thought about it? Anybody that'll hire you? Well, in today's economy, it almost kind of gets to that, doesn't it? It's kind of, hey, if they'll hire me, I'll take the job. All right, deal. But if you have a choice, if you have more than one option available to you, some of the things you should be looking for is somebody who will train you. You've received book learning. You've received case studies. All those kind of things you get in business training. You've received that. But you need hands-on stuff. And you need somebody that will sit you down and say, okay, this is how we solve this problem. And box you upside the ears whenever you step out of line and get you back to where you need to be, so they really train you processes, procedures, how to get the achieved result. So look for somebody who will spend the time, will give you a couple of years of just training you, because that will be invaluable to you later on. If you go to work for a really small company, where it's you, the dog, and the cat that's running the whole thing, you're not going to learn much. You need to go with someone that teaches you hands-on stuff. So getting a big company to train you in that kind of stuff is invaluable. It's, besides the salary, the training, that could set your whole career. Also, you want to find a company that has multiple career paths. How many of you have seen a company that, if you go to work for this company, there's one career path to get there? But when you go with a really large company, there's divisions and regions, and there's all sorts of different other sorts of possibilities of where you can go. So give yourself the opportunity to get some training, to get multiple career paths so you can experiment in different kinds of things and figure out what kind of direction you'd like to go in. At some point, if you're really CEO material, at some point you'll say, I think I'm ready. And you might not be, but you'll think you're ready, and you're willing to take some of that experience you've gained and go along with it. Obviously, everybody wants somebody that pays well and pays really good benefits. That's always, I don't have to tell you to think about that. And in today's generation, it's very different from my generation. Many of you are looking for a work-life balance. You want to say, I like to work and I like to make a lot of money, but I also want to spend time with my kids and go away on vacations and weekends and so on and so forth. In the old days, they worked 7 days a week, and your family was your issue, not theirs. But more and more companies are now socially responsible, and they will work with you on that. The higher the tech, generally the more understanding they are of the social aspects of things. But be careful when you go in situations sometimes when they say, I'm only going to pay you $30,000 a year, but I'm going to give you these here stock options, and you're going to be one rich dude when you're done, only to find out 3 years down the road nobody made anything, and the whole thing went bankrupt. So you need to judge that pretty carefully. If you go to work for Google and they offer you a bunch of options, take it, go with it. I'll make some money on that. But if it's a small little company that's got a lot of promise, there's a very conscious decision there. Is that what you really want to do? If that's what you love doing, and the money they're going to pay you every day is enough for you to get by on, and you get options, that's a decision, a personal decision you have to make. It's important that you figure out when to make a change. You need to know when to make the jump. Gain that experience, get the confidence, talk to people on the other side of where you're jumping to, and see whether or not you're really prepared for where you think you're going. In your work relationships, develop a strong work ethic. Always be willing to work hard. Always give 100%. The advice I've always given to my kids is you will never, ever be sorry for giving it 100% your best effort. You'll never be sorry for having done that. Even if you weren't appreciated, you will never be disappointed in yourself for not having done your very best. Don't criticize. It's so easy to get out there and work relationships and undermine people. Be the cheerleader. Help everybody else going forward. Be the cheerleader. Lead. Lead by saying, no, we can do this, guys. I don't care if that guy's a turkey. Let's turn this thing around. Let's go this way. We can make it happen. It's okay. Being a cheerleader rather than somebody standing throwing rocks is a much better way to go. And just some life coach, a couple of comments. Live below your means. That's right now you're really good at that, right? You're really good at living low. But as you earn more and more money in your career, some people immediately adjust their standard of living to the highest level that they ever achieve, and they just keep spending more and more and more. A bigger Mercedes, a bigger home, an extra home, expensive vacations, whatever it is. Take 20% of your income and put it away every year, and learn how to live on the balance. Then if something ever happens to you, you have freedom, you have liberty, because you can endure. It's a great, great feeling. If someday somebody says, you're done with this company, and you say, okay, thank you very much for the time and the experience, and I'll go out and find something else to do. And know that you can live 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever it is, on what you've been able to save up. It's a great feeling. I've always had that plan in my life. I've always tried to do that. I've always tried to live below what I could afford. $1.5 million house, I'd buy a $700,000 house. I'd take the rest of it and put it in the bank. Whenever I got a bonus, put it in the bank. Put it in the bank. Do not spend it. Put it in the bank. Invested it, whatever. Then you've got it, and you actually have your own retirement plan. Pay off your debts as soon as you can. Don't let debt drag you down and cause you to be unhappy in your life. And choose wisely. Please just choose wisely, whatever you do. There are great implications to every decision that you make. Think beyond today. Think about tomorrow. Think about other people that are affected by your decisions. And be happy in what you do. That's the most important. Thank you very much.